powers of invisibility. It happened that a well known Sufi was asked, "What is invisibility?" And he said, "I shall answer that when an opportunity for a demonstration occurs." Sometime later, the man and the one who had asked him the question were stopped by a band of soldiers. And the soldiers said, "We have orders to take all dervishes into custody. For the king of this country says that they will not obey his commands, and that they say things which are not welcome to the tranquility of the thought of the populace." And the Sufi said, "And so you should, for you must do your duty." "But are you not Sufis?" said the soldiers. "Test us," said the Sufi. The officer took out a Sufi book, a book that is tremendously respected by the Sufis. It is called the Book of the Books. It has only a few sentences written in it, otherwise it is empty. "What is this?" the Sufi master said, as if he had not even recognized the book. The soldiers had brought the book, which will be a sign of a Sufi. The moment the Sufi sees the book of the books, he will bow down. It is a great treasure. The Sufi master said, "What is this?" as if he did not recognize the book. The Sufi looked at the title page. "It is something which I will burn in front of you," said the master. "Since you have not already done so," he set light to the book, and the soldiers rode away satisfied. The Sufi's companion asked, "What was the purpose of that action?" "To make us invisible," said the Sufi. "For to the man of the world, visibility means that you look into something or someone he expects you to resemble. If you look different, your true nature becomes invisible to him." The Sufi master is saying, I have become invisible to these soldiers because they could not believe that a Sufi could burn the book. They have a certain expectation that the Sufis revere the book. The moment I burned the book, we were no longer Sufis. I had become invisible to him. And that's how Sufis became invisible to people.
We recognize people only based on patterns. So the best way not to be recognized is to not to follow the pattern. Hmm? That's a simple thing. But a more important thing that comes from here is the issue of loyalty, commitment, worship, respect, surrender. These are not things of display. Your faith cannot be so shallow that you cannot even burn your sacred book. Your faith must be so deep that you don't mind burning your most worshipped book. Your faith must be so deep that you have no problems in smashing your most respected idol. Hmm? Your loyalty to the truth must be so deep that you must have no problems in being disloyal to anybody or anything. After all, the book is just a proxy for the truth. If you are surrendered to the truth, then you should have no problems burning the book. I already have that which the book is pointing towards. Now, of what use is the book to me? I can easily burn the book. But the people of the world do not have that which the book points towards. So for them, the book remains very precious and hence they cannot burn the book. Are you getting this? Hmm? You are using your mobile phone, the GPS, to reach a particular place. You do not know that place. And the battery is getting discharged. It troubles you so much. You are steadfastly holding on to your phone because your phone will guide you to that place. Once you have reached that place, do you bother whether or not the phone is still charged or whether or not the GPS is still working? Books are like GPS. The real Sufi is the one who is already at the destination. What will he do with the GPS? Getting? The signs of fidelity, loyalty that the world expects from a really spiritual man will never be found. In fact, the life of the really spiritual man will always be the life of an infidel. You look at him superficially, and all that you will find is disloyalty. He will never be committed, he will never belong. Once you are committed to the truth, how can you be committed to anything else? So, superficially, it will look as if he is a rolling stone, going from this place to that place, never settling anywhere, never really belonging, never really getting owned. Getting this? So the Sufis did what they did. They burnt down their own holy book. If a newcomer, if a novice looks at them, he will say, these are real apostates, such highly religious people. They deserve to be stoned to death. They are burning down the holy book. But they are not committed to the book. I repeat, they are committed to the truth, that which the book points at. You getting it?
Yeah.
You know what? We remain caught because we do not have the guts in us to become disloyal. Our first mistake is that we commit and sell ourselves at the wrong place to the wrong person. That is the first mistake we make. And the second and the bigger mistake is, once we have committed, we don't have the guts to uncommit ourselves. We say, now I have committed, it is for life. How can I now go back on my promise? Will you continue to further the mistake that you once made in your ignorance? The Sufis will not do that. The Sufis do not commit. And if they were once committed to the book, now they know that they are beyond the book, so they have no problems burning it down. We need a little infidelity. We do not need more honesty from ourselves. We need a little cheating. Because being honest to dishonesty is worse than dishonesty. Are you getting it? If you are extremely honest to Hitler, what are you doing? Being honest to dishonesty is worse than dishonesty. If Hitler could wreak havoc on this world, it was because there were idiots who were very, very honest to him and committed to him and loyal to him. We need more people who can be dishonest. Are you getting this? We need more people who can cheat and lie and deceive. By not cheating the cheat, what are you trying to do? By being truthful to the liar, what are you trying to do? Is commitment about continuing to commit the same mistake? The same mistake that you have been committing since years? That is our definition of commitment. I will commit the same mistake again and again.
आपको ये सुनकर ऐसा लगा कि मैं जैसे उसे बोल रहा हूँ कि मैं मृत्यु सिखाता हूँ, आप बोल रहे हो मैं डिसऑनेस्टी सिखाता हूँ।
हाँ, तो मैं तो कह ही रहा हूँ। कल मैं कुंदन से बोल रहा था, मैं कहा जब मैं बचपन में मूवीज देखता था, उसमें एक पिक्चर थी जिसमें अमजद खान था, उसके लोग थे, उन्होंने अमिताभ बच्चन को पकड़ लिया था। नहीं, शोले नहीं, और वो उसकी पिटाई कर रहे हैं और कह रहे हैं बता बता, तू क्या जानता है, बता, टॉर्चर दे रहे हैं। ये कई फिल्म होता था कि पुलिस पकड़ ले रही है किसी को, उसे कह रही बता बता, टॉर्चर कर रही है, और वो नहीं बता रहा और सारा टॉर्चर सह रहा है। तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आता था, मैं सोचता था बोल क्यों नहीं देता है कुछ भी, कुछ भी बोल दो। पर आप यहाँ भी ऑनेस्टी दिखा रहे हो कि झूठ कैसे बोल दो। भाई तू किसके सामने ऑनेस्टी दिखा रहा है? तुम किसके सामने ऑनेस्टी दिखा रहे हो? तुम झूठों के सामने झूठ बोलने से कतरा रहे हो। जो तुम्हें टॉर्चर कर रहा है, तुम कह रहे हो यार इससे झूठ कैसे बोल दूं, और मुझे कभी समझ में नहीं आया। तो भाई कुछ भी बोल के निकल ले।
कैसे आएगा, मसाला कहाँ से आएगा?
और कई बार तो होता वो जान दे देता था, कहता तो मर जाऊंगा, जबान नहीं खोलूंगा।
जी
क्यों?
Is
truth so cheap that you will keep offering it to all the false people? Truth must have some value, right? Truth is for the true ones. ये सबके सामने आप ट्रुथ लुटाते चलोगे, इस कहानी में उन्होंने झूठ नहीं बोला। उन्होंने पूछा तुम लोग कौन हो, सूफी हो? नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं। इस किताब को जानते हो? नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं। ये चीज ना, ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी की सबसे बड़ी दुश्मन मोरालिटी है। फिर मुझे वो भी समझ में नहीं आता था, जब उसको खूब पीट लेते थे अच्छे से, तो बोलता था अच्छा बताता हूँ। मतलब चल ठीक है भैया, मान गया, अच्छा बताता हूँ, चल ठीक है, सरेंडर कर दिया। पर उसके बाद तो सच बता देता था। पर क्यों? अब अच्छा, उसका लॉजिक क्या है? अब मैंने वचन दे दिया है ना कि बताऊंगा। भाई तू किसको दिए हुए वचन की रक्षा कर रहा है? जो तुझे पीट रहे हैं। जो तुझे पीट रहे हैं तूने उनको वचन दे दिया है और तू कह रहा है मुझे जिंदगी भर ये वचन निभाना है।
हमारा महाभारत
आप मेरा इशारा समझ रहे हैं ना किधर को है? जो आपको पीटे जा रहा है उसको आपने कभी एक वचन दिया था और आप उस वचन को अभी भी निभा रहे हो। क्यों हैं? क्या ये कह रहा हूं?
नहीं exactly not, but it was a-
गीता के तीसरे अध्याय का 11वां श्लोक है, बहुत सुंदर है। जो मुझे जिस रूप में भजता है मैं उसको भी उसी रूप में भजता हूँ। जिसको दुनिया में झूठ ही झूठ नजर आता हो, कृष्ण उसके सामने झूठे ही बन के आएंगे, झूठे ही बन के आएंगे। आप झूठों के सामने सच परोसते हो।
तो कैसे चलेगा?
इससे तो यही पता चलता है ना कि आपको सच की कदर नहीं है। आप खुद डिसलॉयल हो ट्रुथ से। एक ही लॉयल्टी होती है, लॉयल्टी टुवर्ड्स द ट्रुथ, और कोई लॉयल्टी नहीं होती। तो वैसे ही होगा, वो कुछ होगा कि बेटा अफीम खा के आया है, माँ कहती तुझे मेरे सर की कसम बता दो, वो बता भी देता है। भाई तेरी अफीम उतरी नहीं ना अभी, उतर गई होती तो बताता। आप सब भी क्या करते हो? यही तो बोलते हो कि सच पता चल गया है तो भी क्या करें, हम तो झूठ से कमिट हो चुके हैं। हाँ या ना? ले दे के आखिरी मजबूरी यही है ना आपकी? बोलिए कि सच पता भी चल जाए तो अब क्या करें, हम कमिट तो हो चुके हैं ना अब झूठ से। ये कौन सा कमिटमेंट है भाई?